Well, Jesse, according to OBS, we are live. So say something so I know that the audio's working.
Don't even know if I was ready.
Well, it doesn't matter if you were ready.
Well, fine, I'm the one that's talking, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yes. I mean, I have stories to tell. I mean, it's been
Oh, do you?
Oh, I forgot to mention several times actually in the last couple of weeks since I've known this. We can't stream on the 29th because I have a birthday party to go to.
Oh, that's not okay. All right, I'll.
That's not okay. How dare you?
No, I mean that.
How dare you?
It's not okay, Melly.
I'm so sorry that I'm trying to be more into Ken's family's lives out here.
Okay, so I will. I will not say what I was going to say at the end of stream, and I'll redo the schedule later.
Oh, okay.
I'll just shift that particular topic around.
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
Oh no. Oh
So,
no.
huh? What?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I'm just looking at
Well,
the draw today.
okay. So I have been watching all of the showcases and events for Summer of Gaming, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14
You know when
pages.
I said that we were starting pre-stream early, I didn't think you'd like go a half hour in.
I have 14 fucking pages of
Uh,
games that have been announced in just these non-publisher distributed events. Non-publisher. So we're not even talking the big 3 on these. So the only one that was a semi-big publisher, Devolver Direct, had their own. But it was one of the shortest ones that we've had. It was only about 40 minutes. And most of it was a skit, because that's what they do with their own direct. It was funny, but not heavy on the gameplay or the game reveals. And wow, if there is one lesson to take away from all the events that we've had so far, is that indies are going to destroy anything that Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo could possibly come up with in the next 12 to 18 months. There's just so many, and so many of them are so good. It's a good time to be an indie game fan right now.
yeah.
Yeah, we eaten.
We eaten.
Yep.
We got some
Num num num
nutrition.
num 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 num.
We got some nutrition coming.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's impossible. I don't know what you're. I don't. Oh my god. You guys can't see this because I don't have a webcam and I refuse to have a webcam for stream. But so my cat Casey is laying on my desk on his bed, his designated bed, by the way, because I put it there for the cats because they do sleep on it quite often. But he's sprawled out, and I don't think he realizes just how big he is because his paws, both of them, are on the mic. Sir,
Move the cat.
sir. But
I know you won't do that.
But he looks.
That's against your moral code somehow. But
He looks so peaceful.
move the cat.
Shut up. You don't understand. He's so adorable. Look at his pass the fuck out. I get mad when he wakes me up. He gets mad when I wake him up. Who do you think he gets that from?
Well, he probably gets it from other cats. Definitely not from you. Every cat is like that.
He gets it from me.
Sure. Okay. He gets it from you.
Sounds like your kind of cat. Yeah. Definitely the cuddler. He'll wake me up at so he'll hear my alarm in the morning. And he has to absolutely come over to my face and go, I heard that. You need to get up. And then...
And feed me.
No, he doesn't. Well, his bowl will always be full. He doesn't care about the food. He cares about the cuddles. That's what he wants. Because then he'll try to get on my shoulder when I'm trying to brush my teeth.
That's unusual for a cat that doesn't want to be fed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
He don't care. Now, Mimi, on the other hand, will absolutely come jump off my face if she wants to get fed.
Okay. That's every cat I've ever had. Would, especially if they were indoor cats.
Jacob's over here with PC Master Race.
No, he just specified because I said they would be better than anything the big three came up with. So, PC games. And I was actually going to say that not all of them are simply PC games. A lot of them are coming out for every console or more than one console. Some of them are PC exclusives. We'll get more tomorrow with the PC gaming show. But quite a lot of them are more than one console, but none of them have been first party games. That's, I guess I should clarify. None of them are first party. They're all indies. And that's great.
Okay, Jesse. Since I was prepared for 40 minutes of your gaming pre-stream, and then it didn't happen, are we ready to start the stream?
I mean, if you want me to go on for 40 minutes.
So, welcome back to the Panel Protagonist. I'm Melly.
I'm Jess.
And today, guys, first off, the stream starting soon art piece. I know I drew this 2 weeks ago, but I got inspired by people in the Star Wars server that I'm in to finish said piece. So I finished it last night. and now it is the stream starting soon, and I'm very proud of it. Anyway, so with that said, Jesse, today will be a guessing game. If you are part of the Panel Protagonist Discord server, known as Confab Corner, you can guess the characters I'm drawing, because there will be multiple. At least I hope there will be multiple. It depends on how well I can draw these characters. They will be from a video game, so they're somewhat related to this stream. But I will give points to the video game that is mentioned, that is guessed, and then the subsequent characters that I draw from said video game. So that's your hint. It's from a video game, but I'm not going to tell you which console it's on because it is actually on multiple consoles.
Okay.
So, it will be 100 points for the video game because I think once I get started and at least 2 characters in, someone's going to figure it out. And then it'll be 150 points per character that I draw today.
Okay.
So, with that said, you have to guess before Jesse guesses. I forgot to mention that, but Jesse always gives it to you guys, so I lack on informing you that you have to guess before Jesse guesses it correctly. And with that, I shall take it to Jessie for her non-breaking news.
I already broke the news, except there's one other thing that I posted to the Discord already. So if you're a member of a Discord, this Discord, you may have seen it.
I am sorry.
What?
So sorry to the people who were part of our Discord server for the last couple
days. Well, I mean, if you muted the channel, you were fine.
But it was
I gave you,
it was
I gave you a
the
preemptive
act.
warning.
It was the act that you had to mute the channel.
Okay. So today was apparently Best Friends Day. Didn't know that was a thing.
Aw, my
Yeah.
bestie. Where's Whitney?
Ouch. So, in honor of Best Friends Day, Ryan and Hugh have released another trailer for Deadpool.
Oh, I was wondering why
And
you posted a trailer when obviously you were watching video games.
it's mostly, well, it popped up on my on all my feeds, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It looks mostly the same.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Except there's 2 really short snippets in it that might reveal a couple of characters that one we suspected was in there.
Oh, that's
and then,
why you were like, "What the fuck is? Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah, I
Like
had to
some
ask.
granny.
I have to get some expert insider information because I don't know about this second one.
Oh, yes.
And I still don't know. But the one screenshot that I didn't post may have revealed Juggernaut. We kind of assumed he was going to be there. But the second one, yeah, I don't know. That's a woman's pair of legs in what appears to be Deadpool's suit. So,
a woman's pair of legs. That was the first thing I noticed when you sent that.
Yeah. Lady Pool is the only thing that my brain makes up.
Lady Pool!
There's alternate versions of Deadpool. Dogpool has already been in the trailer. So, Lady Pool, it probably is. But I don't know. Curious.
I was just thinking if Whitney was in chat, she probably would have already guessed who I'm drawing by now.
Okay, well, there's like 12 lines on the screen right now for me,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
that's not fair.
Listen, you don't understand. You don't understand how well Whitney knows the game that I am drawing right now. She would have absolutely destroyed everybody in chat.
Did you just give me another hint? This is a game that you and Whitney play together a lot? Sure. Okay. That's very affirmative. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay. Yep. So, today we are talking about the modern console war, and I could not have timed this better if I tried.
Are you sure?
I did this almost on purpose, but I didn't realize quite how perfectly timed this was going to be. Because at the time that we made the schedule, they hadn't released all the information for the Summer of Gaming events yet. So I didn't realize that we were going to be right smack dab in the middle of all of this stuff. And of course, I didn't realize that Sony wasn't going to have their own thing. And I didn't know at the time that Nintendo would not have announced their thing yet, which they still haven't done, by the way, which is annoying me, but I'll let it go.
Oh, jeez.
I just really want to. They're doing it on purpose. They're gonna do it at like 7 a.m. on a Tuesday at the end of June.
That's so
and it's gonna be an hour long. And they're not going to reveal nothing. And it's going to be annoying. Because that's what they do these days.
Very, very specific.
Anyway, I mean, if you've watched any of Nintendo's recent outings, they're all on Tuesdays. And they're all super early in the morning because of the time difference.
Well, they gotta, like, cater to the working week. Like, they're not gonna, like, work on a day off.
Right? Exactly.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we've had this discussion before. Back when we first started the channel.
No.
But it was over on Twitch.
Oh, what?
And
okay,
so
fun fact, I was actually looking up the artwork for that earlier to see if I could use it as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
I cringed so hard that
What did?
I had to.
What was it?
Oh god, it was. I think it was the. I like drew them as like people. So there was like a girl with like PC. She had like a keyboard in her hand and like a mouse in her hair. And then there was PlayStation, who was having a conniption, like face first, like face planted into the ground, and Xbox was hiding behind a bush.
I'll have to go back and look at that. I wonder if it's still
I'll post it in Confab Corner after.
okay.
And then I will also post a throw up emoji because it's that much.
Because you just don't like it that much.
It's that I don't think you understand, bro.
No, I probably understand. I can relate. So, this would have been a very different conversation 3.5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
You know, back in the day when, and this is way longer than 3.5 years ago, back in the day, the console war was Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft, and for a handful of years, Sega, and a smattering of smaller developers here and there.
A smattering?
That were in, smattering.
Who the hell says that?
Me, apparently. These console makers are in direct competition with each other every 5 to 7 years, as the generations kind of
They're like cicadas. They just come out every once in a while.
Shit, I didn't think of that. As the generations progress, the consoles back then were fairly different. Fairly to wildly different.
Fairly different.
Depending on which console you're talking about. If you talk about Nintendo or Atari, wildly different. And the exclusive games were very, very different at the time. Console exclusives, let's say back in the 90s to the very early aughts, were a big deal. And cross-platform, for the most part, wasn't a thing. You like couldn't take your I don't know, Halo and play it on your other console. I'm so uninterested in Halo right now that I can't remember.
Then why the hell are you even talking about Halo?
Because it's the only one that I can remember that launched the Xbox and then it moved to PlayStation.
Oh. Okay.
You couldn't take your Halo and play it on your PlayStation originally, but you can now. That just wasn't a thing back in the traditional console war.
Back in the Stone Ages when we were still riding pterodactyls to school.
That's how the pterodactyl sounds to me.
Yeah.
It's how I sound when I fall off it in Ark.
Like a pterodactyl?
No, so what that big thing that you always want to catch?
The Argentavis?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, not the Argy, the bigger one that we can put a platform saddle on.
Oh, that's Ken's bird. That's a Quetzal.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
How dare you not remember that?
Small tangent.
Oh, dear Lord.
So, as the consoles progressed, and as the consoles progressed and the generations progressed, and our games got more complicated, we, as a gamer population, we started to demand more out of our cancels. Where am I from? Cancels. Out of our consoles. And developers of games began to make their games for 2 or all of the big 3, maybe even the big 3 and PC, or 2 of the big 3 and PC. And consoles themselves began to grow ever closer in power, in graphics capability to each other. So the question is, is the console war even a thing now. Population was a weird choice. Whatever. You can think of whatever you want. I said population. So, my question for you is, Mel, if you had to answer that question, is the console war still a thing? What would you say?
I would still say yes. What are you talking about?
Okay. So, I also say yes, but in a different context. Because it's not quite the same anymore. It's really not it's not so much about the console anymore. The consoles themselves, for a long time, have been selling at a loss. And a lot of people don't know that. But you make a console for like dozens of millions of dollars. Yeah. And then maybe even billions of dollars, depending on which one you're talking about. And then the developer of that console, the manufacturer of that console, is counting on the fact that the games that are being made for that console are going to recoup the difference.
Oh, that was their first mistake.
Right. It worked for a long time.
Well, yeah.
Because they had console exclusives, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a thing where you had choice, where you could pick and choose. I'm going to play this game on this console.
This on PC.
Yeah, even though it was developed for console A, I'm going to play it on console B or my PC or my phone, which we're going to talk about in a second.
No, we're not.
But the console war is really about time. It is a war for your time, for my time, for all of our time. Time is a precious resource because there's only 24 hours in the day.
Time is a fucking illusion.
All right, Doctor Strange. We only have so many hours in the day to decide, I'm going to play Pal World today, or I'm going to play...
Holy shit, how did you know?
I'm going to play Minecraft today, or I'm going to, sit down and play The Legend of Zelda for 7 hours on my Switch.
Jesse, that last one sounded really personal for you.
Well, I've been known to sit down and play The Legend of Zelda for quite a long time until my Switch dies. And then I have to put it on the dock, and I don't like playing it in the dock. Anyway, that's enough about me.
Oh my god.
The time resource is why we're seeing so many different options as to where you can buy your games and how you can buy your games. It's why everyone and their mom made an emulator a few years ago. It's why Sony and Valve and and maybe Sony again, we're about to find out, are recreating the Switch because it was so fucking popular that they're going to try and do it their own way. Think about how many storefronts you have on your computer right now. I'm looking at my start bar, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6.
6? Wait, I must have missed
storefronts.
Storefronts,
yeah. I have Steam, I have Game Pass, I have GOG, I have the Rockstar store, which is just drives me up the wall, but I had to have it for Red Dead. I have Amazon Games, which I got with Prime. I have Origin, which I don't use anymore.
But you still have it. That's weird.
I had it for Dragon Age, and I reinstalled Dragon Age recently. So there you go.
Is it because of Veilguard, or whatever the new name they put out?
I haven't decided if I'm gonna get Veilguard yet or not.
Yeah.
They had that name change, and there's been an awful lot of concerning things that have happened with that game that just make me pause. Oh, you're gonna get it, Aaron. I figured you would. That make me think this is an extremely troubled game, and I'm very, very cautious about its quality at release. So
Wow. It's just,
I'm real iffy.
you sound
Real iffy. I might. I'll depend on the expert who's in chat to let me know how good it is. Yeah,
Wow.
we'll see. So,
Oh.
we have all these different storefronts. You can pick your game subscription of choice as to how you want to get your games these days.
And then you can bitch about it for the next 5 million years about why they shouldn't do subscriptions anymore, but then you continue playing the game anyway.
But it's kind of the way we're going. So it
It's me.
It is what it is now.
I do that.
So what we really have now, since it is a war for your time, we have this huge demand, and it's been growing and growing and growing for probably the past 2 generations, really. Demand for cross-platform and backwards compatibility, right? Everyone wants to play with their friends, but if you were playing a game on your PlayStation and I was playing a game on my PC, we couldn't fucking play together for like a dozen years. Because PlayStation didn't want to play nice. Or if you and I are playing Minecraft on our Switch and our friend Batman is playing Minecraft on his PlayStation, real scenario, we could not play forever. Because those games would not talk to each other to save our lives. And it was sad. But we're getting there. Cross-platform, cross-play is a thing now. And I'm about to say something that's going to make me throw up in my mouth a little bit. But I'm gonna say it because...
You're gonna say it anyway?
Fortnite did a thing.
I love not only the hesitation in your voice when you were saying it, but the like pause you had
enunciated
right in the middle of it.
Fortnite is responsible for something, and I have to give it due credit because there's really no other game responsible for this. It's kind of funny how it happened too. So Fortnite releases in I can't remember if it was late 2016 or early 17, and one day a developer on the team hit a button.
Oh no.
And this button enabled cross-play between PC and PlayStation. Apparently it was stupid easy, and for about 2 hours the world got to play Fortnite together. And then they turned it off. They found out their fuck up and they turned it off, and somebody in the Fortnite office was like, oh shit. I'm getting fired for that one. But the internet...
You make it sound like he like walked by, had like a cup of coffee in his hand, walked by, leaned over a desk with all the buttons in the whole world and pressed that button with like his elbow or something as he's talking to somebody else in the office.
Yeah, something like that. Let's go with it. So the internet ran with that shit. And people were saying things like, yeah, apparently cross-platform is easy. Why can't we has? So people started demanding to has right now. And because Fortnite was so wildly popular, wildly isn't saying enough about how
Yeah, no.
fucking popular Fortnite is.
People
But
like the
I know.
Minecraft, like, Battle Royale shit.
I know. It's not my jam. I'm gonna stop hating on Fortnite. Anyway,
No, you're not.
Fortnite is responsible,
He's gonna,
largely,
gonna stop hating
for
on Fortnite.
adding
That was the
crossplay.
best
It's responsible
joke. Ooh.
for crossplay. Fortnite is. Because so many people wanted to play Fortnite with their friends. And so now we have crossplay between PC and Xbox. That one was a given. We have crossplay between the Switch and PC, between the Switch and Xbox. PlayStation took a little bit longer.
Well, yeah.
I could not tell you why. That one is something that seems to be game to game, and they're still working on it. And sometimes they still fuck it up. Like sometimes you still need a PSN account to do all those things.
They're just making me think of the Helldivers fiasco.
Well, that's because the PSN account is now attached to Ghost of Tsushima, and what did I just see? Something else the other day needs a PSN account. God of War. You need a God of War account to play PSN. Oh God, you need a PSN account to play God of War on your PC. So they're PC ports. You need a PSN account for. Anyway.
Maybe you should have had more sleep last night.
Yeah, maybe so, but that's okay.
Is it though?
I was gathering the news.
You were gathering
So,
the data.
Yep. So the modern console war, the console war that we're in right now, really isn't so much about Sony versus Nintendo versus Xbox, as it is about PC versus console makers versus mobile, and how much time do you have in your day to devote to your preferred device. And apparently, and this should have been an easy thing to figure out, but mobile is loads and loads and loads of people's preferred device. It is somewhere around 50% of the total gaming market share as of Q3 of last year. And it's like $100 billion or so of the total market right now. So, you know.
Unsurprised, but still disappointed. Like, if we were gonna have a war about anything, why bring in mobile?
So it's just because that's the way things are shaken up right now. That's the way things are headed.
This is the way.
Mobile games are starting to ramp up the quality that they're capable of. And
destroying me with your knowledge right now.
I know it hurts, but that's just the way it is. And with game streaming becoming a thing, you can, if you want, and if you have the funds to do this, you can sit down at your monitor of choice, put your phone in front of it, stream your game from your phone to your monitor, and it's just like you have a console right there on your phone.
Makes no sense to me, because at that point you might as well just get the
but that's where we're headed. It's being largely driven by China, which is not a surprise, and Korea, which is not a surprise, and India.
Okay. Korea's got some good games though.
They do,
especially on mobile.
Yes, and did you hear the last one I said?
No, I missed it.
India. India's gaming community is the largest, fastest growing community out there.
I am actually not surprised, to be honest with you.
And it's almost exclusively mobile.
That also doesn't surprise me very
Yeah. They all playing on their phones.
I mean, fucking millennials.
Sure. It's not because a lot of our devices are being made in and around India now, and they're putting out some really great games, by the way,
I mean, I don't
that could
deny it. I
have
will
something
not.
to do with it.
I'm not gonna deny it.
Okay.
I'm
So,
just saying. Fucking
the
millennials on their phones.
even though you and I are on the same page that the console war is still around, the traditional console war is pretty much dead. Nintendo exited the traditional console war when they made the Switch. That thing is not really a console anymore. It's a portable that's pretending to be a console sometimes when you want it to be. But as far as the traditional console wars goes, it's just Sony and Microsoft now. And really, Microsoft doesn't even want to play anymore. They're just kind of like, yeah, Sony, you can have this one. We're going to go over here and do our own thing. And they just recently had I think it was a shareholder meeting, and they released a graphic where you kind of get to see the big picture that Phil has.
Yeah, Aaron, agreed.
They said, yes, it was the smartest decision that company has made in a long time. A long time. So Microsoft has this grand idea, right? And do you remember, like 2 years ago, maybe it was even shorter than that, Phil Spencer was really, really pushing Game Pass. And you saw Game Pass deals basically everywhere. You remember?
It's a time in our lives that I wish I could forget.
So Game Pass was his initiative to start all the rest of this stuff, and Phil Spencer envisions in the future an ecosystem for at least Microsoft where we're all doing exactly the thing that I just described, where we're streaming games on our phones to whatever peripheral of choice we happen to have. So whether that's a monitor, a TV, a VR headset, and he envisions consoles just going away. And he's going to, in the near future, release a digital-only update for, and I can't remember which Xbox it is that's digital-only. You guys can tell me if you remember. That's, I think, the next generation of the Xbox, if there is one, there isn't going to be a physical disk drive with that one. It's just going to be digital only from here on out.
That's a disappointment.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sony did the same thing. Because they're cheaper to make, for one. Computers are going the same way. My physical computer right now does not have a disk drive in it.
I mean, neither does my laptops.
Yeah. And I just think that's the way these consoles are going to go until they ultimately go away. And we're all going to be on our phones.
Oh, man.
Yep.
I'm going to hate that.
So the final question then, I guess, is, do you care? So do you?
I care because I like the consoles.
Uh-huh. I care right now because I don't yet have the ability to do a streaming setup. Especially not on the phone that I have. So right now, the me talking about this without the stuff that game companies envision happening 15, 20, 30 years down the road, I care a lot because I can't picture that happening without a whole lot of input lag, frustration on my part. I can't envision that being any cheaper than what it currently is.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably not going to be cheaper. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
so for now, I care a whole lot. Will I care in 15 to 20 years? We'll see. If VR kind of catches up, and I think it's going to, we'll see. I mean, maybe I replace 2 consoles with one VR headset for $800.
Did I like stump everybody with what I'm doing?
No,
Oh,
I
so
still
you
I have no idea, dude.
So I did stump you.
Oh, you stumped me. Yes, you did stump. I'm gonna here in a second. I'm gonna ask 1 or 2 questions. But yes, you have stumped me so far. Yeah, I just can't right now, as current me, picture this going well.
Start. Well,
she wasn't here for the start of it, so it's fine.
I know, but
yeah. Aaron, this is a character from a video game. I have a hunch as to which one it is, but I'm not sure. And it is apparently a video game that Mel and Whitney play together. And that's all I got.
It's a pretty good start right there. Yeah.
Okay, great. So in the future, you know, like I said, we're all going to be playing our games on our phones, streaming them to our TV or our computer monitor or our VR headset, which is not quite there yet. But that seems to be the trend, except for probably Nintendo, who's going to take much, much longer to get there, if they ever get there. That's the one asterisk in this conversation. Because they've never done anything like that, and they still don't have a subscription service outside of Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
And I have a really, really, really hard time envisioning anyone at Nintendo of Japan, in particular, coming up with something that the board at Nintendo of Japan would be willing to accept. Because they are such a traditional company, it would take someone of extraordinary charm and creativity to really get that past the people that are really calling the shots.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how long it's going to take for Nintendo to acquire that person.
It'll be the day that Nintendo is having like major losses with their games.
Yes,
and
probably so.
And their product that they just, but you know, honestly, it'll definitely be a long time because they do more than just gaming, right? So they have a lot of other products they sell, and they sell. That's so it'll be a long time before Nintendo decides to go that route. And honestly, like maybe we're not seeing something, and maybe the projected models for like the future of gaming in general, maybe this whole streaming thing just crashes and bombs, and everybody goes back to traditional gaming.
And that's very possible.
And then guess who would be on top if that happened? Nintendo.
It would be Nintendo. Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, people are a little bit trepidatious of it right now because of what happened with Google Stadia. Stadia was the thing that we're talking about right now. It was a streaming platform without a physical console. It just had a streaming box. and all your games lived on the cloud.
Imagine,
Hmm.
imagine that the whole streaming thing actually like takes off. And Google's just sitting in the back, arms crossed, like a look of this like contempt on their faces as they're like, "We started that first," and
Like,
everybody
motherfuckers, we tried that first.
and everybody else is like, "Okay, hipster." Everybody's pulling out memes for like, "I remember when I did that with Google Stadia," and then the like lady's like walking her grandma like, "Okay, grandma, let's get you to bed."
I mean, someone does have to pioneer it first. And if it was going to be anyone, it would have to be Google, who, by the way, is the parent company to YouTube, so we probably shouldn't trash them too much and get ourselves in trouble.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not trashing them. I'm just stating that they would be a little bit salty if this whole like thing they tried to pioneer suddenly.
Oh, yeah,
took
they would.
off.
Yes, they would absolutely be salty about it.
So I'm not trashing them. I'm just stating facts.
The other people who are trying something similar right now, Apple, has got Apple Arcade, which are all cloud based, but you do have to have an Apple TV, and Netflix has Netflix games, but you have to have a Netflix subscription, and those are all cloud based as well. And with Netflix in particular, you don't have to have any sort of peripheral. You just have to have your phone. That's one that you can play on your phone, or whatever monitor you so choose. So if I had, let's say, a Steam Deck or an Xbox controller that I could connect to my PC, I could hop on the Netflix and play Netflix games on this PC. The problem with these plans is that people who don't have an internet connection or a spotty internet connection are going to be left in the lurch.
Yeah.
And physical games being what they are, you own those physical games forever, but if they're all on the cloud, they can go away.
Oh yeah.
Whenever anyone feels like it.
So
that's something that
because I read something that was like every digital copy you own is not really yours.
It's not yours. Yeah, it doesn't belong to you if it's a digital copy. And that's, I think, don't quote me on this one now, but I think that is an argument that has been made before in, I don't remember exactly the name of the law. My brain wants to say the Digital Millennium Act, but I don't think that's right. The DMCA thing. It might be another one. Don't quote. Yeah, don't quote me on it.
Is it people who track you down for copyright?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think that's an argument that's been made before that that this could be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Just because it is a digital copy.
Yeah.
And you didn't buy it as a physical thing.
Yeah.
So those are issues we have to figure out as we sort of move into the new format.
Mimi. I'm sorry, your brother
Kitty problems.
Your brother is occupying that spot. I apologize. No, you cannot have my attention. I'm sorry.
Aaron, I think personally that digital copies should be cheaper.
Same.
They won't be.
No. Of course not.
Because what's going to wind up happening is that the physical copies are going to go to nothing but deluxe and collector's editions.
Yep.
And you won't be able to buy regular editions of games on physical discs anymore.
Keep going, love. Honey.
and then they'll just have the regular editions as digital copies, downloads. That's the other problem, is that we're all gonna run out of fucking memory. I don't have enough space for all this. Ain't no way. I got 1.3 terabytes left on this machine, but my Switch has like 6K. Maybe. It can't fit no mo. So I'm gonna make a couple of guesses
Yeah.
on this game. I think I'm gonna get nothing right. You ready? It's gonna be a sad attempt.
Hang on.
Okay.
I thought I heard a gunshot. All right.
So I just want to be real clear. This is a game that both you and Whitney have played.
Yes.
Is it a game you've played together?
Yes.
Is it Stardew Valley?
It is Stardew Valley. That's right.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Okay. Would somebody like to guess the character from Stardew Valley, or do I have to do that too?
That's rude. Just guilt people, why don't ya?
I don't want to get all of the points. You want somebody to get something. Okay. I will. It is one of the dateable dudes. You are correct.
It is.
The drunk one, I
The
think. That's
drunk
also
one.
correct. Can you remember the drunk one's name? Oh. Okay. His name is Shane.
That's right. This is Shane. This is definitely
Okay.
Shane. I will finish inking him since I'm so close to finishing him
Okay.
that there's no point in stopping where I am
Stopping.
until I'm done.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. We will not be back for a couple of weeks, gang. Mel's gonna go home, and then there's some other life stuff that we have to attend to. So our next stream will not be until
July.
after the holiday. It will be July the 6th.
What?
and
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you got some
Yeah.
life events, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, you have on the calendar that you're gone next weekend and the weekend after that.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the 29th you said you can't do.
Yep.
So let me look on the calendar and see what I put on there for July the 6th. We have...
Wait, why are we talking about our next stream in the middle of the stream we're on?
Because I don't really have anything left for this one, so I'm just kind of getting things prepared, and then I'll go off on a tangent.
Oh. We're doing that today. Okay.
Yep, because I'm at the end of my stream notes, so so I'm gonna wing it from here on out.
Hey, you're about to do a me!
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
So in July, we're gonna start off with Fallout, and I really want to talk about the show. I'm super, super excited to talk
Okay,
about the show.
So I have 4 weeks to watch. Oh no, wait, because I have 4 weeks to get my ass down to Whitney's to watch Fallout. Okay. Good.
Yep. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And Whitney can probably tell you all the little things that are happening as
And she will.
Easter egg wise. Yeah.
She will.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
So tomorrow, if you guys have been following the gaming news and streams and such, we've got the Xbox big shindig. By the way, after the Xbox showcase, there's going to be a separate
Donuts.
stream, especially for is it Gears? I didn't write it down, so now I can't remember.
What?
They're having a
You didn't write it down? That's...
I know,
Are you okay?
because it's a game I don't care about, so I didn't write it down.
Oh, that's fucking rude.
I think it's Gears, but that might be wrong.
Of War?
Yes.
Okay. Just
And then after that is the PC gaming show, and that's all that's happening tomorrow. But I imagine Xbox is going to come out with some hype-looking trailers for games that aren't going to come out for forever.
For games that aren't going to come out until like the dawn of time.
If they come out at all, because
they'll come out. They'll come out, Jesse. They'll come out at the next Big Bang.
Oh my god. Man, that would be sad. I hope that that's not what happens. It's just kind of been the luck of the draw lately that if you're really excited about a game, it probably isn't going to come out.
Okay, so I might be like calling out my age with this, but there are some shenanigans. I wonder if the neighbors are home. Anyway, I remember there used to be a time in which when a gaming company announced a new game they were developing, and they gave a release date. It was on the release date that they had first projected.
Yeah, that's kind of fallen by the wayside with, people trying to reduce crunch, and then games just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they don't want to have delays. So they try not to announce delays, so they do crunch instead, which defeats the whole purpose. And or they'll just cancel the game because shareholders think that it's, costing them too much money. There's like a 10-cent dip in the stock or something ridiculously low like that.
Just a 10-cent dip in the stock.
Yeah, it's always something really small. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if it's the shareholders that have that opinion. It's probably the board that looks at it and is like, we can't tell the shareholders this. We got to do something. Yeah, I hate that that's the way that this industry is going, but that's why indies are so great, because they don't generally fall into the category of shit that gets canned. It's always, especially nowadays, all this stuff that Embracer bought, those are getting canned left and right, and those studios are getting just
mutilated,
annihilated. Yes. Embracer, I was really afraid for most of those studios when Embracer bought them. We talked about that group a while ago, how they were just this giant conglomerate, and it felt like some sort of evil corporation coming to take our souls.
They're the Walmart of the gaming sphere.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what it's turned out to be. So yay, we were right.
Wow, what a twist.
I hate it.
Wow.
Anyway. Poo-poo. Now they have the IP for Lord of the Rings, so that's terrifying.
Wait, Tencent?
No. So for video games, Embracer has the rights. Wait, hang on, I might have that backwards. Hang on.
Wow, she's gone. She just left me. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Nope. You're gone forever.
Oh, okay. Forever, huh?
Can't believe you would just leave me like this.
I'm asking the Google machine because they did get split up, and now I don't remember who owns who.
Aw, did they go through a rough breakup?
They did have a rough breakup. Who owns the Yes, it is Embracer. Okay, so Embracer owns the video game rights for Lord of the Rings.
A pizza job.
Yeah. That's why we got that really bad Gollum game.
Oh god, I don't want to talk about that
Blech.
Gollum game they made.
Gollum.
Wow, that was the worst impression of Gollum.
I wasn't really trying. You're welcome.
I could give you one.
You could give me a really bad impression of Gollum?
No, I could give you my impression of Gollum.
Oh.
Gollum.
Okay.
I work too hard sometimes. It's not the best, but compared to yours,
I didn't try, my man, and I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Is it because you know they'll hurt your throat?
Maybe.
Because I'm feeling it in my throat. Anyway, where were we?
Aaron, there is a thing you are talking about that exists. It's a public, like, profile, for game, progression, and your developer has to opt into it. But one of the games that I kickstarted, was using this, and I don't know if you want to see all that shit or not. Because it gets kind of confusing the further into development you go, and also you get to see all the stuff they canceled, all the stuff they could have been, and sometimes it's sad.
Don't be sad. Jesse.
So
Glad.
be careful what you wish for.
Get glad.
Yeah,
Glad to wear trash bags.
but it does exist. That thing that you're asking for exists.
Not a sponsored video.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just keep going.
I don't trust you now.
You should have never trusted me in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Why would you even trust me?
I don't know. Maybe because we're family or something.
You should have never trusted me from the get-go.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I see.
How do you feel now? Because I could have just betrayed you right now. Utter betrayal. And
well, so Aaron, it does give people insight into why their game was delayed, and really it only works when when you have a game that gets released in early access or beta or something, and it's a small team, so not hundreds of people, and you can see here's what this individual person worked on, as opposed to this is what this team of 25 to 50 people worked on. And it really only works when that smaller team is there, and you can kind of look at it as a there's more of a connection between the dev team and the players. If it's a team of 100 or more, you kind of lose you kind of lose the you kind of lose the train. The tabs that are in that program get really jumbled really fast with more than a few people, and it becomes quite hard to read, and it doesn't work. But I mean, I suppose they could. The developers themselves would have an awfully hard time using that if their team was big, so I understand why they wouldn't.
Wow, you really went on a tangent on that, didn't you?
That's because for the game that I watched being developed with that thing, we looked at it a lot. The community looked at it a lot because the dev team was encouraging us to, because they wanted feedback on this is what we're working on right now. Go have a look at this, something like Slack, but it's not Slack. and see, you know, what we have planned. This is our roadmap. This is what we were supposed to work on, but it got delayed. They wanted us to look at it.
They wanted us to look at it. They wanted us.
Wish I could remember which game it was that was
They wanted the
using that.
riches.
It might have actually been this one.
Okay. I have
This-
finished inking Shane.
Okay. Oh, 5 o'clock shadow Shane and everything.
Well, yeah. He's not Shane without the 5 o'clock shadow.
That is true. He should have, like, a little drool.
No, that'd be if he was drinking.
He's drinking almost all the time.
Point taken.
Almost.
Point taken. But
I mean, you do find him out in the woods,
passed
almost shit-faced.
out drunk. Don't
Just saying.
don't judge me right now.
I'm not judging you. You're not the one that goes after Shane.
Oh, I didn't know.
If Whitney was here, she'd have words.
First off, I wasn't even talking about that particular judgment.
Oh.
I was actually thinking about the fact that I used a separate image so I could get the colors because I'm too lazy to figure it out myself. So, anyway.
Aaron, I'm pretty sure that's happened
What?
in a game before.
What?
Her latest comment says, the characters are creepy soulless husks that have started talking to the programmers in their sleep, and we need to resolve this before launch.
We need to resolve this before lunch.
That's definitely happened somewhere before. All right. Have we reached the end of stream?
I mean, like, you guys already guessed the video game and the character. I'm sorry that I couldn't do multiple because apparently I'm not like a quick drawer, which is okay.
It's going to be a short stream.
I'm not ragging on my drawing skills, especially with the fucked up week I've been having with the heat and other things. But
It was going to be a short stream anyway.
yeah. So, I'm not a quick drawer. But I'm glad that I was actually able to like get far enough in to at least drop a base color.
Yeah.
Which is really nice because that means like all I have to do is just modify the base color so that every like pixel is colored in correctly, and then I can shade and add highlights. Well, add the other colors and then add. You know what I fucking mean?
No, he's going to be this one color.
Yeah, he's gonna just be skin toned the entire time.
Shane is now an alien. Here he's dropped in a bucket of paint. I don't know which.
Why do you think he looks so angry? Because he dropped a bucket of. Oh no! Someone like dumped it on him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Someone dumped.
He passed out in the middle of the street, and Jazz came up and dropped a bucket of paint on him.
Jazz, it's like maybe he'll like turn around now. Anyway, that is
All right.
absolutely not the color I want though.
Well, take us out of here, Melly.
What do you mean I gotta do it?
Well, you always do it.
Oh, okay. You got it. Alright, hang on. Okay. Thank you guys for joining stream. Oh, that's not my drawing. Please don't look at that. Thank you for joining stream today. Wow, I lost my train of fucking thought with that, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate act all aggressive. You guys, I actually had 4 other characters planned to draw. 'Cause I'm going to make these into stickers. That was
Okay.
the whole point of me wanting to do this, was to make them into stickers. For the
Do
next
them
convention
eventually.
I'll be going to in July. Which,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, appreciated everybody for coming to our modern console wars that seems more and more like PC Master Race versus mobile. Um, and yeah, so like we have said, Jesse has said, um, we will not be here for the next 4 weeks. And this year has been unusual for all of us because I've been getting into nonstop events at the beginning of the year, and really haven't had time to do like all the streaming I wanted to do. So I'm hoping after, because we'll be back on July 6th for streaming, and then I'll be gone.
And then we go away again.
Then we go away again for the next weekend, and then I'm hoping after that I don't touch another event on a weekend until September. So cross your fingies, because I don't have any more vacations planned after next week. That we do more consistent streaming, because I would love to just like entertain everybody with the shit that I do on a regular basis. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I still have not updated the store or the website for that matter, because the old schedule's still up and I haven't even done that yet. I will try at some point, if I can remember and if I have the energy because of the heat, to update not only the store but also the panel protagonist schedule. But because we are off for 4 weeks, you might still see the old schedule up, especially if I'm having issues trying to get back onto the website to even edit it in the first place. But be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Melslog for any other updates, including, because I know it's going to happen at least once or twice while I'm on vacation, pictures of me on vacation. And any other new artwork I will be posting. Y'all, if you missed the stream starting soon artwork, that will go up as well. If you are part of Confab Corner, which is our panel protagonist Discord server, you should join, because I'm about to post a throwback art piece from the first time we talked about console wars, and it is as cringe as you think it could be. Like, the difference in art style from then to now is ridiculously like noticeable for me. So I will be posting that as soon as we get off stream. But if you are not part of Confab Corner and you want to join, it could get a little confusing. So when you go and you click on the invite link, you'll get sent there and you'll be like, yeah, I want to join. And then you have to go through an onboarding process, which is a super simple and easy little process. It'll tell you how to do it. And then after that, you have to verify by creating a ticket and then like just telling us like your name or your pen name, and all the other like little very, very, very short questionnaire to kind of verify that you are over 18, because this is an 18 plus only server and we are very strict about it. So, because of all the stupid shit we talk about on the server. If you have
not just that either, but we don't want to be responsible for anyone who's under the age of 18.
Yeah. So, if you joined or you're thinking about joining, it's not that hard, I promise. It just sounds way more daunting than it actually is. If you have any questions or concerns, you are more than welcome to DM me on Discord, or you can message me on Melslog on Facebook or Instagram if you have me there, or even my personal account if you know my personal account. So, yeah, should join though. After I gave a whole speech about like how annoying it is to get into the server, this is more for our like to cover our tracks and everything. But there are things in the server that make it worthwhile. I do post artwork, sometimes exclusively to the Discord server, more so than my Facebook or Instagram. I have been good about posting art to my socials if Discord's not your thing, but there's a lot more that goes on the Discord server. I also do Doodle Times, which is a live art stream that I do that you can actually participate in and talk to me, and we just hang out, which is always nice. That happens on Thursdays at 7 p.m. I may or may not have one this Thursday just because I have to be on a plane on Saturday, and I still work on Friday. So, but there's watch parties and game nights, so there's definitely things to do. There's also a bot game, which I'm really mad about, and she knows who she is, who caught fucking Celebi last
Oh, that was
night.
not me.
She knows who she is. She knows I'm going after her in real life. Just kidding. She's a friend in real life. Anyway, so yeah, join Confab Corner, and we'll see you in 4 weeks. Are you ready, Jesse?
Oh, let's get it.
Panel protagonists out. Bye.
Bye.